Hello all, welcome back. In today's video, we will explore Kokapet, which is probably the most coveted area in all of Hyderabad as of now. We typically cover two aspects in our videos, the location advantage and the key projects that are coming up. Let us also cover why Kokapet is going for premium rates in this particular video. First, the location advantage. Some of these are fairly obvious, but let's just go through them. First, the connectivity to financial district, high-tech city, and the rest of the city is quite easy. And not just that, even the connectivity to airport is well established given the presence of ORR. Second, the location boasts strong infrastructure, not just on the perimeter by the ORR and the Shankarpalli highway that you have, but also of the internal roads, be it Neopolis or the recently laid out Kokapet downtown road. Additionally, this neighborhood offers you everything that you need in just about 5 to 10 minutes. Be it schools like Rockwell International School, Phoenix Green School on the Golden Mile Road, or malls like One Downtown, which is being constructed, a mall by Fairmont Builders on the Golden Mile Road, which is also being constructed. You also have existing malls here by Radha Spaces and Kokapet Terminal 1 by Rai Chandani Group. So a lot of the presence of these malls makes it fairly accessible and gives you a lot of connectivity to the commercial hubs that you need. With that, we understand the unique advantages of this location. Let's talk about why this area is premium. I was thinking about this and why certain areas become more premium versus others. Let's take Jubilee Hills for instance. Right? This is Jubilee Hills, everything that you see on the screen. And we see that there's a very key difference between Jubilee Hills and the other areas. To explain, let me take the analogy of business class and economy class, both of which are part of the same flight. There is one key difference that stands out, which is the space that an individual gets. On top of that, business class passengers have premium service, priority service, all of that is there. But the key difference is the space that an individual gets. Very similarly, the folks in Jubilee Hills, if you see purely from a zoomed out perspective on maps too, they have a lot of space to play with. An individual has a lot more space available versus some of the other regions. You can clearly see that demarcation here. Now coming back to Kokapet. While I don't think Kokapet will have the same level of density as Jubilee Hills, given that this was established in 1980s, we can clearly see that back in the day there were a lot more independent houses. There was a hilly terrain, which made it a lot more low density compared to Kokapet. I still think this is the modern age low density neighborhood. Why is that? Two reasons. One is the kind of projects that are coming up. You have 4 BHKs represented by the purple pins here and the abundance of villa projects represented by the brown pins, which makes it, lesser number of families, lesser number of individuals per acre. That is one reason why we believe this will be a low density location. Again, the most important aspect is also the presence of lake and the forest down south, which makes it very attractive, not just from a views perspective. Let's say if you're on high rise, it gives you those views, but also adequate groundwater supply. That is also one of the reasons why consumers might prefer to shell out a lot more money for that premium nature. And in my personal observation, people of Hyderabad are not really averse to the idea of large scale, large single floor apartments. In fact, many of them are embracing the same. And I hear stories where the elderly population are selling their villa, maybe further away from the city and shifting to these sort of spacious single floor apartments. And this area particularly and some of the other areas have made that possible. However, time will tell if the supply and demand will match, given how many new projects have actually come up not just in Kokapet, but also in other parts that we will explore. So now that we've covered, what is some of the unique advantages of the location and the premiumness nature of Kokapet in specific, let's look at some of the projects. We broadly see four clusters here: the Neopolis, Gandipet, and the Kokapet downtown road, which is this area. And then you also have the Golden Mile road, and then the ORR, right? So these are the four clusters that we broadly see. Let's look at some of the unique advantages of each of these microclusters. Now let us look at the projects in this area. We broadly see four clusters in Kokapet: Neopolis, Gandipet, Kokapet downtown area, Golden Mile layout, and the projects along the ORR. With Neopolis, you have access to some of the best infra, a hilly terrain that might offer good views of Gandipet Lake, and big-sized apartments. To explore a few projects, we have My Home Grava, which starts at about 5.5 crores. You have Prestige Claremont on the other end of this particular layout at 3 crores. Rajapushpa Casa Luxuria, which is around 7.5 to 8 crore bracket. The per square feet will be anywhere at 10.5 or 10,500 per square feet to almost 13 to 14,000 per square feet, depending on the completion of the project. Second, with the Kokapet downtown area in Gandipet, you have easy access to schools, shopping venues, and cafes. You have Lakeview, views for some of the projects, and also big-sized apartments and villa communities. Some of the villas here are growing at 20 crores. For example, Aditya Casa Grande is being, has a price tag of 20 crores. Some of the big-sized apartments here, for example, the Fortune Suntalia Sky Villas is going for about 7.5 crores. DSR Class A is going for about 3.5 to 4 crores. And then along this road further, you have a few more projects which are 3 BHKs. For example, Whistling Wood, High Rise Elysia, Riverview SSR. These would be reasonably priced compared to what we've seen so far, because the size of the apartment is also smaller. Coming to Golden Mile layout, you see predominantly a lot of the 3 BHK communities along this road, be it My Home Taksha, Prestige Tranquil, ready to move in. You have Prestige Beverly Hills also that's getting ready to move in. This would be around the 2 to 2.5 crore bracket. And lastly, along the ORR, this is also where you have the big-sized apartments. You have Jayberry Pinnacle that's about to launch. You have SAS Crown. You have Polemi Palazzo, all big-sized apartments, and should be close to the 10 crore bracket. The advantage of picking up a property along this road or along Golden Mile layout road is relatively easy access to financial district and high-tech city versus Neopolis or the Gandipet area. So that's the advantage of that, compared to the other locations. With that, let us call it a wrap. Let me quickly summarize. Kokapet is a great location in terms of access to central part of the city or airport. Infra and availability of daily needs are met. Low density, given that there's lake on one side or forest on the other side. And this is one of the main reasons why Kokapet sort of stands out from the other neighborhoods of Hyderabad at this point. If you have any specific questions on some of the projects that we've covered, or any questions on the location itself, feel free to drop a comment. And if you found the content useful, please do like, share, and subscribe. And with that, I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.